Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Welcome to another painting. Let me just tell you what I did before you arrive. I went ahead and applied some dark ultramarine blue on top of the canvas and a lighter value of it, some ultramarine blue and white at the bottom, some graded, simple wash for the sky. And I used a 1.5 inch brush, just like so, with darker ultramarine blue on top and on the corners, just like so, and blended the whole thing together, just like so. And this is what we have right now. Darker corners will get the attention into the main part of the painting, main focus of the painting, which is going to be our trees. It's going to be a winter scene, and I did this because it's a simple sky anybody can do, and to save us some time. Alright, so with the sky done, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry and do a sketch for my trees, and we're gonna go ahead and paint the rest of the landscape. Now I'm not gonna put any clouds in this painting. I don't want to have distraction in the sky, but if you like to have some clouds, you can go ahead paint some basic clouds in your painting if you choose to follow this tutorial at home. It's up to you. So I'm gonna pick up some ultramarine blue, and this is actually has some black in it, and some ultramarine blue that has is mixed with white, tinted. And always test your colors before putting on your canvas. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop some distancy looking trees over here. A little darker than the sky. In the background. A little more. Alright, now I'm gonna switch to a mop brush, same colors, ultramarine blue and white. I'm gonna come here, right on top, create some impression of snow, and soften few edges, and also I'm gonna keep some of that dark, so create some interest in them, but they are so far away we don't see them much, not much details at least. Just randomly applying. Now with a round brush, liner brush, and some of that dark ultramarine blue, I'm gonna come here and apply some impression of some tree trunks. And with that brush again, I'm going to pick up some white. And we're just going to go ahead and tap. Just tap and creating some impression of snow. Like so. Maybe some of that dark as well, just create some contrast. So with the same brush, the mop brush, I am continuing dropping some same idea as over there. Some trees in the background. And even some white will create some impression of snow and these trees and shrubs and stuff like that. And pick up some white and way in the distance, just soften it, almost a sky color. I'm gonna go ahead, add some white in here, soften some of this background and create a little more texture with these bushes. And now I'm gonna switch to my Filbert brush. We're gonna use same colors, more of that lighter ultramarine and white, and I'm gonna come over here, just drop in my land, just indicate my land here. And we're going to push that tree. By creating the land, we indicate that that tree is in the background, or midground rather. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some white and just apply some highlights, just like that. And you don't have to use a Filbert brush, you can use any brush that you're comfortable with. And with that Filbert brush and same colors, I'm going to go ahead and create a land over here as well. Just indicate the land. Now I'm gonna begin to introduce some black, create some contrast. And I'm gonna go ahead indicate impression of maybe a road, maybe a path. Maybe even bring in some burnt umber and bring into this road. Just a few here and there. Some white. And bring the whole thing into the foreground. We may work on this a bit more. Create some texture. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Some dark, fading into the distance. Some impression of trees and shrubs. Very simple. Almost no details really. Some white. And just tap. Create some impression of snow. Alright, we're gonna move in to the trees for now, and then we're gonna come back to the foreground and fix this area. Create some details, maybe some rocks and stuff like that. But we're gonna move into the trees. I'm gonna use some burnt umber, some raw sienna, and I'm gonna bring in some black as well. And I'm gonna start working with this tree in the midground. I'm using round brush right now. When I get to smaller branches, I'm gonna switch to a liner. So I'm using raw sienna for the highlight. highlighted side, and burnt umber and black for the shadow side. And I'm just gonna go ahead and one by one paint all these branches. If you like painting trees, then we are in business. Picking up some white, some of that raw sienna. I'm gonna come over here, apply some highlight to this side of the tree. And I'm going to pick up some umber and just blend. I'm going to pick up some of that blue and create some impression of snow at the base of this tree, base of the trunk. Maybe some white. I'm going to pick up my fan brush. I'm going to pick up some of that umber, maybe some of that raw sienna, and come here, create some bushes in right behind these trees. I'm going to go a little bit darker at the base. Some umber and black. And back to raw sienna. Just create some impression of foliage and stuff like that. Like so, maybe some highlights with some white impression of maybe snow. Like so. Fan brush really create nice textures. I'm gonna go back to my round brush and I'm gonna come here, just fix this area a bit. Just gonna apply some blue. I'm probably gonna change the lay of the land over here. I think if this area come this way, it looks better. Something like that. And some impression of snow on that tree. Maybe some white for highlighted area. And some of that umber. Alright. Now we're going to go back to our umber and raw sienna, and we're going to continue on these trees over here. And even some black for this side. And some of that umber, even some white. Just creating contrast here. And you can bring your mop brush and just tap and just blend all these things together and create soft transition. And I'm going to continue with the same brush, same colors, dropping all these branches here. Areas that are in shadow, I'm going to use black and raw burnt umber and raw sienna for maybe some highlight area, like so. And I'm going to continue this process for the whole tree. And continue this process. When you get to the smaller branches, switch to a liner brush. And remember to thin your paint with some water. And continue painting all these branches. And remember, they're completely random. It doesn't happen, it doesn't matter how you paint them. If I go this way or come up, it doesn't matter. Don't try to, not with this tutorial, with any, even if you paint from a reference photo, don't get, caught in just carbon copying the reference photo. Just use it as a reference. You don't have to, completely recreate the photo. Just be random with the branches here. Just these are all random tweaks. I have some sketch on the canvas, but most of this is going to be completely random. And it's going to be whole same process all over. If I want to show you the whole process, I guarantee you're going to get bored. But you get the idea. Just one note, for the highlighted areas I'm going to use raw sienna, and for the rest I'm going to use burnt umber and some black. You could use raw umber, which is a bit darker. It's up to you. But otherwise, as you see, same idea. You gotta have patience and just take your time. and it will pay off. It will definitely pay off once you're done with your painting. You're gonna be happy that you took your time and you created something nice. Don't try to finish it quickly. You work at your pace. There is no such thing as a slow painter or fast painter. You don't get a special reward for finishing it quickly. As long as you do a good job, that's fine. Give some texture to the trunk. Don't make it completely straight. Some bumps here and there. And I'm gonna continue with the same idea. I'm continuing working with black and burnt umber and sienna. It's a lot of repetitive work. Adding more twigs and branches. Get some whites, and we're gonna go ahead bringing some highlights to this tree. Maybe down here it's getting some light. Maybe this branch. A few spots and some here. And some of that umber Just blend the two together, get a soft transition. Working with umber and sienna. Getting a blend. If this was oil, automatically it would blend on the canvas because both layers, I mean umber and the sienna, would be still moist and they would blend. But with acrylic you have to manually do the blending. So some white maybe. Bringing some impression of snow, maybe at the bottom of this tree. Maybe bring some black over here, indication of some rocks, maybe a few more, few smaller ones here and there. And I'm going to continue with that white and blue. And I'm just going to go ahead like so, create impression of some snow. I don't want to kill all that background blue. We're going to use that as a shadow color for the snow, and I'm going to soften all these areas in the background rather. And I'm going to continue same process, maybe a little blue for under these bushes, maybe some shadow. And maybe just pull it into there. Just tap with a blender brush, just soften some of these transitions. You could create even some impression of snow, like so. And so borrow some of that paint. You don't have to go to the palette if you're lazy, like me. Here we go. Here we go, some snow sitting on this. Maybe some blue for this area. And we're going to continue. So the rocks that we painted are dry now, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop some indication of snow on these rocks. I'm not gonna kill all that dark. I'm gonna leave some of that black. Bring some of that blue. And bring it onto the road. Like so. Applying some white here. And some blue, the shadow color for the snow, creating layers. And some of that white on the trunk of this tree, creating impression of snow, like so. And I'm going to pick up some of that umber. And create maybe a trail on the snow on the road. Maybe a bit darker in the foreground. And wider, narrower in the distance. And getting some of that white and blue. Continuing with creating impression of snow on the road. And of course some white. Just soften everything in the distance. And softening this trail as well, basically blending it with the snow color that we had, so it will look natural. maybe some more people have been walking this path and snow melted, I don't know, was pushed aside. And pick up some of that white. Here and there create some texture, some bumps on the road. I'm gonna pick up my liner brush. I'm gonna pick up some straight white. I'm gonna put it up here on the palette. And I'm gonna come here and just dab, you know, create some impression of snow on these bushes over here, and some highlight. Maybe bring some interest in here, right next to the focal point. Just a few areas. For the river, we're basically going to reflect the sky, but we are going to be a little bit lighter in the distance. So I'm going to pick up basically some white. And as I move forward to the foreground, I'm going to add a little more blue. And just blend it, create some soft transition. We're gonna reflect some of that trees, the reflection of those trees over here, but not much. And we're going to reflect some of that color over here, that tree as well. Maybe some dark. Go ahead and pull some of that onto the water. Create some reflections. And lightly blend it. Very lightly go over it. Now once we apply the water lines, it makes more sense. Dropping some water lines here. You could use your palette knife to do this. And with the same liner brush, we can go ahead and apply some impression of snow, maybe on some of these branches. Just a suggestion, maybe some melted, some still there. Get some blue. Maybe some here. Just a few spots. Maybe some here. Something like that. We're going to indicate the backpack or whatever it is carrying. I'm gonna bring some dark. I'm using sap green and some black. Create some shadow color for it. Some gray we're gonna go ahead, bring some gray and get his jacket. Now obviously you can use any color you want. And even better, you could totally eliminate this from your painting. I don't think it adds anything to the painting. Just, I like some human elements, you know, to be in the painting, but you know, if you're asking me, I don't think it adds anything in the painting. It's not a focal point of the painting. And we're gonna use some earth tones, some cool colors to paint him. That's all. Maybe give him a stick. Maybe he's walking with a and for his hat I'm using some orange and white, a mix of orange and white. Maybe even some white for this area, some sunlight maybe. That's a big hat. Alright, so we're done with our human element over there. Almost done with the painting. I'm happy with the trees. I'm happy with the background and everything. Maybe I fixed this area over here. I think with the lay of the land that goes that way, this area looks a little bit awkward to me. Let's pick up some blue and a touch of black and just come over here and paint some indication of rocks. Maybe a few more rocks, maybe something like that. We're gonna bring the land this side, something like that. I'm gonna come here and apply some highlights. To these rocks. And just bring that impression of snow. Some of that impression of snow even here, the shoreline. This river bank or whatever it is. And what else? What else can we do? Maybe a few more highlights here and there. All right. I think I can go ahead and call it complete. I'm happier with this. The trees are okay, and I think it's a simple but effective composition. Really, you know, couple of trees in the foreground, tree in there. That's all, you know, that's all the busy work you're gonna do if you do this painting. You could eliminate the human element if you don't like it. You know, the trees in the background, you can do it the way you like it. You can paint evergreen trees in the back. You know, really, you can change that. And I think it's simple enough that anybody can do. And it's, you know, simple composition, but it's effective. It would be a nice painting to hang on your wall or just gift it. I hope you try it at home, and I'm gonna see you with the next painting hopefully soon. Have fun and take care of yourself. Bye bye.